Okay, here we have some more of the same thing. We have 24x squared minus 3. Well, they switch it up on you because you notice that all the variables aren't and the exponents aren't the same anymore. You're going to have to figure out which ones are like terms and which ones aren't. Well, to figure out which ones are like terms is we look at the what we do is we look at the variable, and then you look at the exponent, right? X squared and x squared are like terms because they have the same variable, the same exponent. So you know you're going to be able to combine these two together. And then you've got xy and xy. Those are like terms because the variables are the same and the exponents are the same, right? So you're going to be able to combine these two together. And there's no y squared, so 18y squared is just going to stay the same. You're not going to change it. Okay, so let's combine the x squareds first. 24x squared, remember, since there's no sign, we understand it to be positive. Both of these have no sign, so they're positive. So that means we're going to add them because the signs are the same. Remember, when the signs are the same, you add. When the signs are different, you subtract. So the signs are the same. We got two positive 24x squared and a positive 12x squared. So 24 plus 12 is 36x squared. Okay, and now I'm going to combine the 3xy and the 4xy. Again, the signs are the same. They're both negative, but it doesn't matter. They're the same, so I'm going to add. 4 plus 3 is 7, and since the signs are negative, I know it's a negative 7xy. And then I told you that you're not going to change the 18y squared. There's no sign here, so we know it's positive, so we're going to write positive 18y squared. That's our answer. Now let's do this one. We've got, now here they're trying to trick you because they give you the same variables, AB and AB, right? And AB and AB, 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 AB. But the exponents aren't the same. Okay? Like for instance, these two are not like terms. They're not like terms. Why? Well, because the exponents are different. See, the exponent for the a's are different. You've got a squared here and a here. No, it's not a squared, it's just a. So the exponents are different, so that automatically tells you that they're not like terms. So you're not going to be able to combine this, so be careful. Don't try to combine them because the exponents aren't the same. The variables are, but the exponents aren't. For it to be a like term and for you to be able to combine it, both the variable and the exponents have to be the same. So let's find the numbers that have the same variable and the same exponents. Well, by looking at this, I could see that these two are like terms because they have the same exponent, same variable. And we have a b with a 1 exponent and a b with a 1 exponent, okay? So those are like terms. So we know that we're going to be able to combine these. And let's do it. And remember, when there's no sign, it's understood to be positive, so they're both positive, so that means we're going to add them, and our answer is going to be positive. 22 plus 11 equals 33 a squared b. Okay, so I'm going to just cancel them out like that so I won't get confused. Now I know I've done that. So let's look at the next like terms. Well, the 18ab squared is the same as the negative 7ab squared. You notice the variable is the same, ab, and the exponents are the same, b squared, and here you've got b squared. Okay, so that means I can combine them. Now notice that there's no sign here, so I know it's positive. And there's a sign here, it's negative, so the signs are different. That means we're going to subtract. 18 minus 7 is 11, and since the bigger number is positive, I know that my answer is going to be positive. 18 minus 7 is 11a, move this over a little bit, 11a b squared. Okay, so I'm going to cancel those out, cancel them out, I already done that, and all I have left is my 25ab. So there's no sign, so I know it's positive, so I'm going to write positive 25ab. Okay? And the way that there's an order, you have to put them in the correct order. Well, the first thing you look at is to make sure that they're in alphabetical order. So if we're not looking at the exponents yet, we know that AB, 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 it's the same. They're in alphabetical order. So then how do you know what to put first? Well, then you look at the exponents. Since the a has the bigger exponent, that's going to go first. And then you've got b with the bigger exponent, so that's going to go next. And then finally, the 25ab goes last because it has the smaller exponents, okay? So if all the variables are the same, the variables with the bigger exponents go first, okay? And since a had the first bigger exponent, we put the a squared b. And then since 11ab had the second bigger exponent, which is b, we put the b squared next. And then finally, since a and b here have the smallest exponents, which is 1, or which are 1, we put it last. Okay, here they're actually asking you to remember something. I don't know if you could see it when I upload the videos on YouTube, it looks blurry. So when it's too small, it's hard to read, but I'm going to read it. You could read it in your book because you have the same thing in your book. It says, in terms containing variables, okay, remember variables are the letters, each corresponding variable must have the same exponent in order for the terms to be like terms, which is what I've been explaining to you. The variable has to be the same and the exponents have to be the same. So far they've been using number exponents, but here they're going to trick you, well not trick you, but they're going to make it a little more complicated, and they're going to use letter exponents. All right, they're going to use letter exponents. If the letters are the same, that means that the exponents are the same. So if you have n, you know, even though you don't know the exponent, you know that they're all the same exponent. So in this first problem, they're all n's, you see? They're all the same. The exponents are the same. Even though they're not giving us the number, we don't know it, but we know that it's the same number. They're all n's. So that means we can combine all these because the variables are the same and the exponents are the same. You see? So 6a to the n plus, because there's no sign, so I know it's positive. So 6a to the n plus 2a to the n gives us 8a to the n power, right? 8 to a to the n power minus 3a to the n power. They're both positive. I'm sorry, the signs are different, so we're going to subtract. So 8 minus 3 is 5. 5a to the n power. Then my answer is positive because 8 is bigger than 3, so the sign has to be positive. The answer has to be positive because the bigger number is positive. And then I've got negative 14an. So the signs are different, so we subtract. 14 minus 5 is going to give us 9. 9an, and that's going to be our answer. But wait, which number is bigger, a 5 or 14? Okay, you're right. 14 is bigger. So that means that your answer has to have the sign of the bigger number. So since the bigger number has the negative sign, you know that your answer is negative. Here, they're all positive, so that means I'm going to add them all. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. X to the n power. That's my answer. And here I've got all the variables are the same and all the exponents are the same. They're all m's. So that means I can combine those. So 3 plus 2, and I know I'm going to add because the signs are the same. Since there's no sign, it's positive. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus y is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. And so since the 4 is positive and it's the bigger number, my sign's going to be positive. So it's just going to be ym. I'm not going to write the positive sign in front of it because when I don't write a sign, everybody already understands that it's positive. So I don't need to write the sign. Only when the answer is negative, I need to write the sign so that people can know that my answer is negative. So here I've got a negative and a positive, so that means I'm going to subtract. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Since the bigger number is positive, I know my answer is positive, so I got a positive 2, x and ym. So positive 2, negative 3. My signs are different, so I'm going to subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. So that's 1x and ym. So I'm not put the I don't write the 1. I just leave it as x and ym. And since my bigger number is negative, because 3 is bigger than 2, my answer is negative. Now, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to put the rest on another video. So look for part 2 to page 3.